There's a saying, you don't date to discover who you are. You date from knowing who you are in Christ.
What is kind of said around me and to me is, oh, well, he likes me even though I don't really like him. I'm really liking the attention, so we're just going to end up dating.
How you date is as important as who you date. Again, not just kind of dabbling in the waters.
No, just
trying something out so that I'm not lonely, or I kind of like that guy, I'll just date with him. Making your list, figuring out who you are, who you're anchored to, the core.
Loneliness is a feeling, not a calling. Kind of like I don't want to be lonely my whole life. It's like, it's fear that you've planted into yourself.
Yeah.
Because God isn't going to have you be alone.
The chemistry's going to be there for some people. Some people say, I don't know how we even got together. That's fine. It's okay. But there's a purpose to it. There's a calling to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll meet people in the strangest of places. You don't have to go seeking someone out at a bar or a nightclub or where, and I'm not saying you have to do it just in youth group either.
Yeah.
You want to expand your horizon too, as you're around people.
Like a Garth Brooks concert.
Yeah, Garth Brooks concert. That's right. That's where Mom I met. Welcome back to another episode of Crazy Unbelievable Faith. I'm your co-host, Brian Owen, alongside my daughter this time, Jacelyn.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Welcome to the podcast.
I've already been on.
I know you've been on with Mom. It's fine. It's okay. But no. And I want to welcome those that are listening in maybe for the first time into our community. If you're not already an active member, please click the subscribe button and follow. That's how our community grows. The purpose and kind of the intent behind this is really to build hope and encouragement for people right now. It's probably one of the biggest things that people are asking for. And so definitely, if there's something that's applicable to you, or hey, this is impactful to someone else, definitely share it. That's how our community grows. So today on the episode, this is knowing Mom's thing, so I got to kind of take.
Yeah, you're taking over.
I know, I'm kind of in the driver's seat. This could be dangerous. But today, the topic is biblical dating.
Yeah.
Pursuing purpose before romance.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in teenage years. And this is something that is always a hot topic. We've all been 15 before.
Very hot topics.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about that. Like what comes to mind when you think about just dating and what you're hearing from peers around you in society?
Well, what is kind of said around me and to me is, oh, well, he likes me even though I don't really like him. I'm really liking the attention, so we're just going to end up dating.
Okay.
And so it's not really like I think I could end up marrying this guy or marrying this person.
It's kind of like try it before you buy it type of a book said. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't like it? You don't like my acronym?
No,
It's fine.
I don't.
It's how I roll. It's okay. But I think where you were kind of going with that, it's kind of undermining part of that first part of the identity of yourself, identity before intimacy.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a lot of people that jump into it not even knowing themselves. I know that was for me. It was early on before Mom and I. There was other people I dated or I knew, but it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to figure yourself out.
Yeah, and like I've seen it with some people I used to know. They kind of like ended up liking each other, and they liked each other for a while, and they kind of grew into, like, they didn't grow in their own paths. They kind of merged into one because they liked each other so much that they didn't want to necessarily, like, they didn't want to be, like, grow into who they needed to become and who God was calling them to be, but grew into, okay, I really just want this one person, and I'm going to get what I want.
Okay. Which can be good.
It can be good in some cases.
if
This case, it was not.
If God has orchestrated that to come to fruition, great. But sometimes we try to force things.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to take a square object and put it in a round hole, kind of a thing. There's a saying: you don't date to discover who you are. You date from knowing who you are in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you and I've talked about this, about making a list. Do you remember us talking about making a list of qualities?
Oh, yeah. I still have that list.
Okay.
There are a lot of qualities.
I pray for that man, wherever he is.
Yes.
Because we challenged Jacelyn early on, because a lot of people will make a list of things they're looking for in someone. And it's kind of, oh.
He has to be this tall. He has to have this color of eyes. He has to have this color of hair, this type of hair.
Here goes the checklist right there. Oh, cow.
Well, no, I mean, that's the main list.
Correct.
That's not my list.
Correct. Yeah.
But that's like a lot of people's list.
Yeah. And they start checking the boxes, but maybe not all the boxes check, and they'll just kind of put the love blinders go on, if that makes sense. People would get into a love bubble. Mom and I have gotten into a love bubble when we were dating, where the world goes quiet around you. You just kind of focus on each other because you're excited about it. It's new, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
But so your checklist, in essence, your checklist becomes then the things that you need to work on for yourself. Is the way Mom and I've always kind of thought through that as you're making that checklist, those are qualities and traits you work on.
Mm-hmm.
And the other person, hopefully they're working on their traits too, but that's kind of the Christ-centeredness of it.
Yeah.
Which I know is not something that's talked about freely. I think it's much today. It's more like, hey, you like him? Hey, let's go hang out. Let's start dating. Is that fair?
Yeah. It's more of a lust, like a...
Yep.
Like... Not saying it's not pure, because, like, yes, there are several people who meet at a young age,
mm-hmm.
and, they end up getting married, and that's the person God had for them.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, in certain cases, it's more like, okay, he likes me, I don't want to be alone my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to settle for him.
Mm-hmm. So the fear of loneliness,
mm-hmm.
they're kind of falling into the trap of, I don't want to be lonely. I don't want to be the outcast.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think about a couple in that come to mind. If Mom was sitting here too, it'd be Pete and Rachel come to mind to us. A young couple. Yeah. Pete and Rachel they were high school sweethearts, but you made the comment about the lust. They fell in lust before they fell into love.
Mm-hmm.
Was a comment I remember them saying. And I think there's a lot of truth in that physically we're attracted to the opposite sex.
And you're lustful.
And it is.
Yep.
And that is a thing that trips up a lot of people. And you have to be willing to work on it. Mm-hmm. Like I think if they were sitting here, it'd be like wasn't just easy button tapped.
Yeah, no.
Like they had to constantly work on it.
They've been married, what?
20 plus years. So anyway, I mean but
it's off topic, but it's fine.
Well, you're talking about the lust and love. That's
okay,
where I went with it. But a biblical verse that comes out of kind of that the identity part versus the identity versus intimacy. I was losing my train of thought there, but Colossians 2:10, that you are complete in Him, and Psalms 139:14, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So God has fearfully and wonderfully made, like He's sown all of that into us.
Mm-hmm.
But are we willing to walk that out? It's easier to say it than to do it, especially probably for your generation, because you're seeing it around you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of noise from people that you come in contact with.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the loneliness that you talked about.
Makes me think of Psalm 68:6, which is, loneliness is a feeling, not a calling.
That's good.
So, kind of like I don't want to be lonely my whole life. It's like, it's fear that you've planted into yourself.
Yeah.
Because God isn't going to have you be alone.
You don't need a relationship. You don't have to rely on a relationship to make you feel whole.
Mm-hmm.
God died on the cross God has already paid that ultimate sacrifice
for
our wholeness. But we tend to drift into that, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. So the next piece here, purpose over preference. Okay. So alignment matters more than attraction. So back to your list it is very lengthy. But you have to have alignment. And I guess from your vantage point, why would that be important to you to align with someone in a biblical sense?
Well, the Bible says not to be unequally yoked.
Okay.
So you want to be equally yoked, which is like being in alignment with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's been this not necessarily like a quote, but something that's like popped up a lot recently, and it's a triangle. God's the head, then you have the husband and the wife, and it's the closer you are to God, the closer you are to each other, because then it makes the triangle smaller.
Because you're on the same path.
Alignment.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when Mom and I got together, Mom's on her path, I'm on my path, and this is common for most people. Is that everyone's kind of on this? We're going a path in our life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are we seeking God? Or is everybody perfect at it? No. But we have to have our eyes open to that. I would agree with you that having that triangle as God at the center is a focal point that you need for sure.
Yeah.
You were talking about 2 Corinthians, is talking about the unequally yoked. But, Proverbs 19:21, many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. So again, when you're dating people, your plans may be this way, and then when you find that person, then you start going that way in alignment to each other.
Yeah.
But again, I had plans of what things I wanted to do. Mom had plans of things that she wanted to do. But again, God has bigger callings, bigger purpose.
Yeah, I would not have paired you and Mom together.
Really?
Like, your plans were... Well, no, like, you guys are great together.
Oh, no, that's fine. Just kick us while we're down, please. Where's Mom at when I need her? Like, gal.
No, that came out wrong.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
All right. We'll try to edit that one out. Mm-hmm. All right, keep going.
No, okay. Stop. Like, I would never have thought in a million years, Mom, like, veteran, Air Force.
Military lady.
Very, like...
Mm-hmm.
And then, you're just kind of like...
Wow.
Swimmer.
That's
what you are.
It's so funny. Our kids have no clue. We were actually people before they came around. Like, I had a life. I still have friends that I had before kids that could attest to some of these things. In our community, by the way.
You have like 2.
Oh, thanks. Wow. So harsh. What is this episode? This isn't like what is this? Like, geez, roasting dad night here. I didn't realize. So I'll just rename the podcast to Roast Dad Night. Like, let's not talk about dating. Let's talk about roasting dad. Yeah. But I think chemistry can start, but a calling sustains it is a quote that was on there. The chemistry is going to be there for some people. Some people say, I don't know how we even got together. That's fine. It's okay. But there's a purpose to it. There's a calling to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And sometimes you'll meet people in the strangest of places. You don't have to go seeking someone out at a bar or a nightclub or where, and I'm not saying you have to do it just in youth group either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to expand your horizon too, as you're around people.
Like a Garth Brooks concert.
Yeah, Garth Brooks concert. That's right. It's for Mama and that, as our followers already know that. So, how about this point? Holiness in the process. So holiness, how you date is as important as who you date.
Yeah.
That's a heavy statement. Let me say it again. How you date is as important as who you date. Again, not just kind of dabbling in the waters.
No, just
trying something out so that I'm not lonely, or I kind of like that guy, I'll just date with him. Making your list, figuring out who you are, who you're anchored to, the core.
Yeah.
Will people make mistakes? Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah. No one's perfect. But I think to that point, how you date is important as who you date. What does that mean to you?
I don't even know how to explain like what that means.
Can you try to unpack it at all?
Let
me ask you another one.
Would you just give me a second, okay? I'm like Mom. I have to make my little like list and like read it off.
Okay. Play the Jeopardy music while she's thinking. Yes.
Stop! Don't do that. Like how you date is okay. Well, because like at least from my point of view, I know that like this isn't a very big thing to do nowadays, but it's like you hardly see teenage couples going to church together as a date, and that's something I would want. So like how you date, like is God in the center of it, or is it just very like lustful and back to the loneliness and the like the coolness,
doing
the cool
social
factor.
status? Yeah.
Or is it for the okay, I honestly truly like this person, it's out of the it's out of the deepest part of my heart, it's pure, like kind of like how Christ loves the church, kind of a deal.
Okay.
But who you date is a big factor too, because
well, you want them to be that person.
Well, you want them to be that person, but I don't know if you remember when we watched A Walk to Remember.
No.
Okay.
Which was that one? Did I cry in that one? Probably did.
You probably did. I think it was that one. So you have the girl, and she's a very Christian girl. Her dad's the pastor, and she starts tutoring this one guy who has alcohol, is a very bad influence, and he starts to find God through her, and they end up getting married. But she later dies, and that.
Oh happens. Wow!
Well, she dies from cancer. It's
okay.
But okay. So but the reason I was saying that was because sometimes you're going in certain relationships, you are going to be the person who brings someone to Christ, whether it's a person you end up marrying or not. You are going to have those relationships. They may not be the most Christian person.
Do they have to be a relationship, or they can just be a friendship? I don't know. I don't know if you guys can just have friends, because I think to your point.
Oh my God!
People will talk about. I have to date this person.
Oh.
But it's like, why can't you just be a friend with somebody?
So I've tried to have guy friends in the past, but
hey, my best friend growing up was a girl. Still is one of my best friends to this day.
Yeah, we know. I think you can have guy friends and it not ever mean anything, romantically.
In a physical sense, yeah.
But you are always going to have those friends, and I can't really say anything because I have been that friend at some points, to where they're like, oh, you guys would be so cute together, you guys should
No one's perfect, it's okay.
Thanks for pointing that out. Wow.
It's okay.
But the you can't, or no, you can just be friends. And Sadie Robertson actually did a podcast on this. It was I don't remember what it was titled, but I had watched it, and it was on you can just have a guy friend, you can just have a girlfriend, and not end up getting married. Because I know a lot, 2% of people who fall in love or end up marrying their childhood best friend is 2%.
Okay.
And so
you're saying there's a chance. That's really light. That's fine. 2%. It's okay. Keep going. Keep going. Don't worry about it. Just
well, you can't
just let it
sidetrack
keep
me
going.
like
It's
that.
fine. Yeah.
2%.
2%.
So 2% people end up marrying their childhood best friend. And so it's like, the big percentage of that, like if you have a guy best friend, there's 98% chance you're not going to marry them. And I know that's like a very different ratio. And how I like to think of it is like God's forever book. He wrote your names together before the beginning of time. And so it's like, well.
But you have to allow yourself to be open to some of those things and not so closed off. And I think that's where there's appropriate boundaries for dating. Like Mom and I've talked about dating for you. We've set it up in our household. This is just for us. But like, you don't start dating until you can handle dating. Now, no one's going to date at 12 or 13 in our household. Let's be real. But there's also that maturity. There's a physical maturity and a spiritual maturity. Just the way Kersha and Mom and I've kind of made that piece for our household. Not saying it works for everybody. But that's just something we've stuck to, especially as you're setting boundaries for yourself too.
Yeah, and like I've told you guys, I'm not ready to date. Like I've kind of thought about this. Like, yes, if there is a person that God brings into my life and I feel like, okay, that I feel like there could be a possibility of this being the person.
This is where I go sit on the front porch, you clean my guns and stuff like that.
I told you I want you to do that.
Yeah. Heck yeah. How much land do they have? What animals have they killed? I gotta know all of those details.
They have to slice a turkey's neck open.
Oh my God. A turkey or a chicken? There's sides to, well, it's okay. It was a turkey that you did carry around. That's right. Befriended things. That's a whole nother topic. We won't go down that road, but I think, again, setting those boundaries, setting those, there's desires that people have. Again, there's the physical desires that are very challenging. And especially in a world that is screaming social media, screaming, there's this image, this stigma. That's fair to say.
Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people who date and like they're very social media platformed. They're very, the whole world needs to see what we're like. I feel like that's why a lot of them end up breaking up or they get married and then they get divorced. Because it's like they've grown around this idea of who they thought this person was. And then they get married. And then it's like, whoa, I need to find myself.
They like the idea of being together. Mom's talked about this in the past. People like the idea of something, but they don't like the actual work that goes into it. They just like the idea.
Yeah. And see, that's something I don't want to have. Like, I want to be able to put the work into it. And so.
But it's also who you're anchoring to. Like, Christ is obviously your center anchor. I'm not speaking for you, but assuming Christ is your center anchor.
Yeah.
And then, but having that network of people, like you mentioned, Sadie Robertson. What are some, like, for those that might be watching or listening, like, who would be some other people that you listen to or follow or read?
So yeah, I really like Sadie Robertson. She's dealt with like a lot of the stuff that like a lot of teenagers go through, at least teenage girls like myself. Allie Schnacky is another good one. She has a YouTube channel and hosts a podcast. You can also go to Jaywalker's Worship, which they're a Christian. Oh my gosh, my mind is blanking. They are a Christian music group, and they sing together.
We'll have to link I'll link all of these into our show notes for people.
Allie, Sadie,
and then Jaywalker
Worship, which Allie's brother is a part of Jaywalker's Worship.
I like some of there were some country artists also that you were following, or I don't know if you still are, but they kind of had had walk paths, and they're writing music about that too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of her name. Mom and I saw her in.
Oh,
Abriana.
Abriana?
There you go.
Abriana, yeah.
Abriana will have to link.
She's a Christian. She went through, I don't remember if it was an abusive relationship or like was dating a narcissist or something like that. But she's a Christian. She's great.
I think the point I was getting at was anchoring yourself in Christ, but having that network of people where you don't have to feel like I have to look like the cover of a magazine. I have to be her, or I have to be this person that's posted on social media. Like, I think that that's a key piece in always keeping you rooted in that, because we all have a gift. No one's perfect by any means, but there is something that's in us. There's something that, again, you mentioned God's, it's already written in God's plan. What did you call that book? What did you say?
His forever book.
His forever book. I like that. So in his forever book, it's already written who's going to be there for you, who you will be with, and what fruit comes from that.
Yeah. And so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trust God. Proverbs 3, 5, 6. We'll kind of bring this down to a landing here. Proverbs 3, 5 to 6. Trust God in your relationships. And Psalm 37, 4. Delight in the Lord. He will give you the desires of your heart.
Yeah.
So if you ask for it, knock, the door will open, seek, you will find. I'm going to talk about that a little earlier on a podcast. I think sometimes, though, there's tendencies for us to rush that.
Yeah, and I've definitely had to learn.
Yeah.
That I can't rush stuff, because several of my best friends have, like, had a guy like them, and, they like the guy.
Mm-hmm.
But, me, I've never been in one of those relationships.
Uh-huh.
And part of me is grateful for that, because I don't have to deal with that drama. And, like, I can see what my friends go through, and I'm, like, preparing myself mentally to, like, okay, like, red flags, green flags, stuff like that. But part of me is also like, well, I've never had that.
You want to experience it.
Yeah. But I don't really want to experience it.
I like me taking you driving in the snow.
That's
right. You have to learn these things. Now,
I don't know how I feel about you being my driving instructor.
It's probably not the best cross analogy, because it's kind of contradictive, because that's kind of like you need to experience things. So that's not the best analogy that I just threw out there. But it's also there is the tendency that you're saying that's in your heart of, I kind of want that. I kind of want to experience pieces of that. Mm-hmm. Is that fair?
Yeah. And I mean, I think everybody has that point. I mean, I'm sure you had that point.
Oh, yeah.
But in today's society, it's like everybody kind of has this idea of who they want.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, why are you writing everything down?
If I don't, I'll have squirrel moment, and they'll go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, okay. I don't even remember what I was saying. This is great.
See? Yeah.
No, stop it. Stop. Give me a second.
She comes on it natural. It's okay. She comes in this natural. It's got to be mom. It's got to be from mom. But see, I think also there's the unanswered prayers. The Garth Brooks, that's what I wrote down. The Garth Brooks on unanswered prayers. We're hoping and praying for something specific. And it's like, but the reality is God has a focus on the other side of what we've been concentrating on.
Yeah. You don't know mom's password, so.
That's right. Yeah. It's
for you.
Glad she's here. So in closing, from my end, and I'll let you kind of wrap up if you have any other thoughts. Okay. But in closing is to don't chase love and hope. God blesses it. Chase God and trust him to bless your love.
Do you need that closer? Because you read that really slow.
Well, you just opened it with mom's passcode, because I can't remember. That's a whole, I won't go down that road. Don't choose love and hope God blesses it.
Okay. Just hold it. Just hold it.
You're helping me butcher this up now. Okay. Don't chase love and hope God blesses it. Chase God and trust him to bless your love. So I think that would be for those maybe struggling out there. Maybe they don't have a friendship group to tie to, or they're not in a youth group, or, maybe they're in a rough relationship themselves. Like being able to seek out friends, seek out help. There's obviously support for that. But from your standpoint, I guess what else is on your mind around kind of the dating aspect?
It's stressful.
Okay.
especially in this day and age.
Okay.
And I know, like, times are a lot different from yours and mom's.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
So old.
what? 1980s,
Was
baby.
Was 15 at some point, but it's fine. It's all right.
Stop.
I lived an entire year of 15, so it's okay.
Wow, that's wild. Me too.
I'm gonna call grandma and grandpa on this one. This is maybe really feel old.
Like,
they're ancient.
back then you didn't have the social media. You didn't have the
That's true.
the
Thankfully,
stress.
I don't have photos to document things in life. There were Polaroids. People don't know that when they're looking. Keep going.
You are interrupting me.
Don't have the stress of things.
Well, they don't have the stress of people commenting saying like, "Oh, you guys aren't going to work out. Oh, you guys should end up together. Oh, I don't like you guys as a couple." And no, it's not funny. It's not funny.
Little do you know, that happened in school. That happened in my world.
That was in person, though. You don't have documentation on a phone.
We had notes that we passed around. We had these really cool.
Those
We'd
are
fold them.
be birds.
Well, that's true. But that's true.
Are you going to take a hammer and destroy a
phone? That's true.
$1,000 phone?
Social media is locked forever. Which is true. Okay, I'll give you that.
Exactly. And so, I mean, I'm honestly
Mhm.
grateful that you and mom haven't let me date.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I have sit down conversations with myself and like have self-evaluations
Mhm.
as, do I think I'm really ready to date? Because there are guys that've been like, oh, I could see myself dating him. Like, I could see him being a possible
Mhm.
person. You know, they check off however many boxes in the list that I have. And so, but then, you know, I really pray about it and I'm like, okay, I'm not getting this feeling or this sensation, because when I pray about something and ask for confirmation or like, hey, could this be a possible person?
Mm-hmm.
I will get a very direct yes or a very direct no. I've only gotten very direct no's in this category. So
Okay.
it's, and back to the self-evaluation, it's like, no, I'm not ready for that stress. Sophomore year, going into junior year, learning how to drive, learning to handle a job, learning to handle family and friends on top of that, I'm like hardly ever home anymore.
And our families.
And our family is all over the place.
That's right. That's part of our podcast. It's crazy and Bill Fate. It's fine. Yeah. Is it crazy?
No,
and the oldest.
You're always in your room. And I'm like, that's where I sleep.
The oldest just wants some
I'm home to
peace
sleep.
and quiet. That's fine.
When I'm home.
Yeah, it's true.
Is sleeping. And you guys are like, well, you're like, my siblings have told me you're never home to spend time with us anymore. I'm like, okay, I'm out making money. I'm out.
Season of life.
With my friends. But it's like, I couldn't handle a boyfriend on top of that. Yeah. I can't handle a boyfriend's feelings and demands that a boyfriend comes with. No offense to the guys out there, but
yeah, we are so needy. We are very needy.
Well, guys and girls. Girls,
okay.
We both have our needy points.
Yes.
So it's like, and teenage guys, at least guys that I know, are like, the very like, sports, friends.
Is that what they sound like? Sports.
Is that what they sound like?
That's what they sound like. So, okay.
No offense to like my guy friends out there.
You don't sound like that. Don't worry. You have your own voice, apparently. Sports friends.
Well, I mean, some of them are
cars.
We're friends.
Yeah. No, but I think to your point, there's other priorities in your life. And I think that is something I would advise people, is plugging into a source that you can go to have a conversation with, be that family member, a friend, acquaintance. If you're struggling, reach out to us and we'll help get you connected. I mean, Jacelyn would, I'm sure, visit with people too to give just advice and suggestions. We will link into the show notes some of the suggestions. Sadie Robertson, Allie, what did you say your name was? Allie Schnacky, Jaywalkers, and then we'll get all those things. Avery Anna, we'll link her in too.
Yeah.
But yes, I think that's just reaching out and asking that sort of, because again, it's anchoring yourself, getting yourself anchored first, and then letting the other pieces fall into place.
Yeah.
Be orchestrated the way they're supposed to. And then her list turns into Dad's list, which she doesn't know about. Because Dad has a checklist too. See, she doesn't even know. So until next time, wasn't that fun? So did they?
3 pages.
Oh, wait till Dad's list. Like I was saying, anyway. So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Crazy Unbelievable Faith. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care.
Bye.